Welcome to Big Progress Channel.
Welcome to Big Progress Channel, the place where you grow your English a little every day in a warm and gentle way. If you are listening right now, maybe you are tired. Maybe your day was long. Maybe you feel confused about your life. That's okay. You are safe here. Take a slow breath. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know everything. Here we learn English step by step, and we grow as people at the same time. Because sometimes improving your English is not only about grammar. Sometimes it is about understanding yourself.
Wow, Hannah, that sounds very deep already. I just came here to improve my vocabulary. Now I feel like I'm about to cry.
It's okay, Lamb. You can cry in English. That's advanced level.
Oh no, I only know how to cry in Vietnamese. In English, I just say, "Why is my life like this?"
That's a good sentence. Very natural. Before we go deeper, let me introduce myself properly. I'm Hannah. I'm your English teacher here at Big Progress. I like slow conversations, warm tea, and helping people feel less lost.
And I'm Lamb. I'm the student. I'm trying to learn English and also trying to understand my life. Both are difficult.
That's why we are here together. Today's topic is simple, but also heavy. Let me ask you something, Lamb. Have you ever felt like your life is moving, but you are not?
Yes, many times.
Have you ever felt like everyone else has a clear plan, but you are just walking in the fog?
Yes, especially when I open social media. Everyone is successful, everyone is happy, everyone is traveling, and I'm just eating noodles and thinking about my problems.
Let me ask you one more question. What if feeling lost is not a failure? What if feeling lost is the beginning of something new?
That sounds beautiful. But honestly, when I feel lost, I don't feel beautiful. I feel confused and a little stupid.
You are not stupid. You are human. Today, we are going to talk about that strange feeling when life looks fine on the outside, but inside, something feels wrong.
Like when you smile in photos, but later you stare at the ceiling at 2 a.m.?
Exactly like that.
Okay, I feel attacked. Please continue.
Let's start with something simple. Have you ever lived on autopilot?
Autopilot, like an airplane.
Yes, like an airplane, but in life. Autopilot means you do things without thinking. You wake up, you go to work, you answer messages, you eat, you sleep, but you don't really feel alive.
Oh, yes, that is me. Sometimes I wake up and I don't even remember what day it is. Monday? Tuesday? My brain is like error 404.
That is very common. You are doing the right things. You have a job, you study, you try, but inside you ask yourself, is this really my life?
Yes. One time I was sitting on my bed. Everything in my life looked okay. I had a job, I had friends, I was not sick, but I felt empty. I asked myself, is this all? Is this how the next 10 years will be? And then I got scared.
That moment is important.
Important? It felt terrible.
Sometimes discomfort is a wake-up call. When you feel uncomfortable, your heart is trying to tell you something.
My heart talks too much. It complains every week.
Maybe you should listen more carefully.
Oh no. I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
Let's talk about something else. Why do we feel lost? Sometimes it is not because we make bad choices. Sometimes it is because we listen to too many voices.
Oh yes. Parents say, choose a safe job. Friends say, start a business. Internet says, wake up at 5 a.m. Motivation videos say, hustle harder. My brain says, please stop.
Exactly. When you listen to everyone, you slowly stop hearing your own voice.
What does that mean?
Inside you, there is a small compass.
Compass? Like north-south?
Yes, but emotional north. Your compass is your values, your interests, your natural direction. If that compass moves just a little, just a few degrees, you may walk far away from where you truly want to be.
That sounds scary.
It is, but it is also normal. Many people choose a major in college because it sounds impressive. Many people choose a job because it looks good on paper. But after some years, they feel empty.
Hannah, are you secretly talking about me?
Maybe.
Maybe. I studied something because it sounded smart. When people asked, what do you study? I felt proud. But when I studied alone at night, I felt bored and tired.
That is the difference between looking good and feeling good.
Wow, that sentence hurt, but in a good way.
Let me ask you something deeper. When was the last time you asked yourself, am I doing this because I want to or because I think I should?
I think I say should many times. I should wake up earlier. I should earn more money. I should be more successful. But I rarely say I want.
That is very honest. Sometimes we live by should and we forget want.
But isn't should important?
Yes, of course, responsibility matters. But if your whole life is only should, you may feel trapped.
Like living in a box, a very clean, organized box, but still a box.
Exactly. So what do we do when we feel lost?
First, we accept it.
Accept it. That sounds too calm.
Because panic does not help. When you feel lost, you often want quick answers. You want a perfect plan. You want a clear future. But life is not always clear.
Yes, I want a 5-year plan, but even my 5-day plan is broken.
Uncertainty is uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable, like wearing wet socks. That's a strong image, but uncertainty is not always bad.
Really?
When you don't know everything, you become curious. When you are not sure, you explore. When your old path feels wrong, you look for a new one.
So feeling lost can be a beginning?
Yes, it can be the space between the old you and the new you.
That sounds hopeful. But what if I stay lost forever?
You won't, because you are already asking questions, and questions are the first step towards clarity.
Clarity. I like that word.
It means seeing clearly, understanding better.
I need that. My brain is like a messy room.
We will clean it slowly, one small idea at a time.
Hannah, can I be honest?
Always.
Sometimes I feel behind in life. People my age are getting promotions, some are getting married, some are traveling, and I feel stuck.
Comparison is dangerous.
But it is everywhere.
Yes, but remember, you are seeing their highlight moments, not their confusion, not their fear, not their midnight worries.
True. Nobody posts, I feel lost today.
Maybe they should.
That will be the most honest post on the internet.
Let me tell you something important. Feeling lost does not mean you are weak. Sometimes it means you are growing.
Growing feels painful.
It can be. When you grow, your old identity no longer fits, but your new identity is not ready yet, so you feel in between.
Like changing clothes in a public place with no carton.
That is a strange but accurate example.
I am a creative learner.
So here is our paradox for today. The moment you feel most lost may be the moment you are closest to change.
That sounds powerful.
But change does not come from panic. It comes from reflection.
Reflection?
Yes, asking yourself simple but honest questions.
Like what?
What do I truly care about? What makes me feel alive? When do I feel most like myself?
Those questions are scary.
Why?
Because I'm not sure I know the answers.
That's okay. Not knowing is the first honest step.
So we don't need to fix everything today?
No. Today, we only open the door.
And what's behind the door?
Your values, your small steps, your support system, your quiet strength.
That sounds like a long journey.
So, Lamb, do you remember the most important idea?
Yes. Feeling lost is not always failure. It can be the beginning of change.
Exactly. That is our first reminder. Now let's go deeper. When you feel lost, you don't need a huge life plan. You need something simpler.
Please say a magic answer.
No magic, only honesty.
Oh, harder.
The next step is looking inward, not at social media, not at your to-do list, not at what your cousin is doing, but at your values.
Values? That sounds serious.
It is simple. Values are the things that truly matter to you. Family, freedom, learning, kindness, health, creativity.
Okay, that sounds nice, but how does that help me?
Let me ask you, when do you feel most alive?
When I talk deeply with close friends, When I learn something new. When I feel useful.
Good. That tells us something. You value connection. You value growth. You value meaning.
Wow, that makes me sound very mature.
You are more mature than you think.
Please tell that to my mom.
Now let's compare. Does your current daily life match those values?
Uh, that is a dangerous question.
Answer slowly.
Honestly, sometimes no. I spend many hours scrolling online. I say I am resting, but I feel empty after. I don't call my friends as much. I don't learn new things regularly.
So, maybe the feeling of being lost is not because you are broken. Maybe it is because you are walking away from what matters to you.
Ouch. That hurts, but it feels true.
And truth is not your enemy, it is your guide.
So, what do I do? Change everything? Quit my job? Move to another country?
Slow down, Drama King.
I thought you liked creativity.
I do, but we are not jumping off cliffs today. Big change usually starts with small action.
How small?
Very small, tiny, embarrassingly small.
Like what?
If you value learning, study English for 10 minutes. If you value connection, send one message to a friend. If you value health, take a 10-minute walk.
That sounds too easy.
Good, because when something is too big, your brain resists. But when something is small, your brain says, okay, I can do that.
So, we trick the brain?
We work with it.
I have a question. What if I don't feel motivated?
Motivation is not always first. Action often comes first.
Wait, that sounds backwards.
Yes, many people think I will act when I feel motivated, but often you feel motivated after you act.
So, if I wait for motivation,
You may wait forever.
that explains a lot about my life.
Let me give you an example. One day you feel tired. You don't want to study English. Instead of saying, I must study for 1 hour, say, I will read one sentence.
One sentence?
Yes, after one sentence, maybe you read two. After two, maybe five. That is momentum.
Momentum. That means energy that keeps moving forward, right?
Exactly. Small action creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence.
Confidence. I need that.
Confidence is not loud. It grows quietly from small promises you keep to yourself.
That sentence is beautiful.
Write it down.
Okay, but what about uncertainty? You said in part one that uncertainty can be a gift.
Yes, when you don't know what is next, you are free to explore.
Free? It feels scary.
It is both. Think about when you finish school. You feel nervous, but you also feel possibility.
True. When everything is decided, life feels safe, but also boring.
Exactly. Uncertainty is the space between the old chapter and the new chapter.
And we're in that space right now?
Many listeners are. Maybe you too.
Sometimes I worry that I'm behind
Behind who?
everyone.
Life is not a race.
That sounds nice, but society feels like a race.
Society is loud. Your inner voice is quiet.
So I need to lower the noise?
Yes, spend less time comparing, spend more time connecting with yourself.
That sounds difficult.
Growth is difficult, but staying stuck is also difficult.
Oh no. So I must choose my difficulty?
Exactly.
Okay. Small steps, values, momentum. But what about bad days?
Bad days are normal.
Sometimes I feel like I go forward 2 steps, then backward 3.
That is still movement.
That's negative movement.
No, growth is not a straight line. It's messy. Sometimes you drift.
Drift. Like move slowly without direction, right?
Perfect explanation.
Wow. I feel smarter already.
You are building progress. Small words, small understanding.
Hey, that sounds like our slogan.
Not yet. Save it for later.
Okay.
There is one more important thing. You don't need to walk alone.
You mean friends?
Yes, support matters. When you talk honestly with someone, you feel lighter.
I remember one time I told my friend I felt lost. I was embarrassed, but he didn't laugh. He just listened, and I felt understood.
That is powerful. Being heard can change everything.
So, asking for help is not weakness?
No, it is strength.
I like that.
Let's review what we learned so far. Feeling lost can be a turning point. Listening to too many voices can confuse your compass. Your values show your direction. Small steps build momentum. Uncertainty can open new doors. Support makes you stronger.
That's a lot, but it feels organized now.
Clarity is coming.
I feel less scared than before.
Good, because now we're reaching something important.
What is it?
Even when you move forward, even when you take small steps, there is something many people forget to do.
What?
They forget to celebrate.
Celebrate for small things?
Yes.
That sounds interesting.
And in the next part, we're going to talk about the quiet victories, the small milestones, and the moment you realize you were not as lost as you thought. So, Lamb, we talked about values, small steps, momentum, uncertainty, and support. Now we arrive at something many people forget: celebration.
I still find that funny. Celebrate what? I didn't become rich. I didn't solve my whole life.
Exactly. You think celebration is only for big success, but growth is built on small wins.
Small wins. Like what?
Like getting out of bed when you didn't want to, like studying English for 10 minutes, like sending that honest message to a friend, like choosing not to compare yourself for one day.
When you say it like that, it sounds important.
Because it is. Every small action that matches your values is a milestone.
Milestone means an important step in your journey, right?
Yes, not a giant jump, just a meaningful step.
I think I always ignore my small milestones. I only see my mistakes.
Most people do. We remember our failures clearly, but we forget our courage.
That is true. One time I felt very lost, but instead of quitting everything, I kept learning English slowly. I didn't notice it at the time, but that was actually brave.
Yes, it was. Progress is not loud. It is quiet.
Quiet progress. I like that idea.
Now, I want to ask you something. Think about a moment when you felt completely lost. What did you learn from that time?
Let me think. I learned that I care more about meaning than money. I learned that I need real connection, not only online approval. I learned that I am stronger than I thought.
That is beautiful. So maybe you were not lost. Maybe you were discovering.
Discovering.
Yes, when you feel confused, your old identity is breaking. When you feel unsure, your new identity is forming.
That gives me goosebumps.
Goosebumps means small bumps on your skin when you feel strong emotion.
Yes, teacher, I remember.
Good student.
I have another question. What if I feel lost again in the future?
You probably will.
That is not very comforting.
Listen carefully. Feeling lost is not something you remove forever. It is something you understand better each time.
So next time I feel lost,
You can ask, is this a breakdown or a breakthrough?
breakthrough means big progress after struggle, right?
Exactly. Sometimes what feels like falling apart is actually falling into clarity.
Wow, that sounds deep.
It is simple truth.
You know, when we started this episode, I felt confused. Now I feel calmer. My life is still not perfect, but I feel more aware.
Awareness is powerful. Perspective changes everything.
Perspective means the way we see something.
Yes, you didn't change your whole life today, but you changed how you see it.
And that changes how I feel.
Exactly.
So let me see if I understand everything. Feeling lost can be a turning point. Too many outside voices can confuse me. My values are my compass. Small steps build momentum. Support makes me stronger. And small wins deserve celebration.
Perfect summary.
Wow, my English is improving.
And your thinking is growing.
I feel proud.
You should.
Can I say something to the listeners?
Of course.
If you are listening right now and you feel lost, you are not strange. You are not behind. You are not broken. Maybe you are just at a crossroads.
Crossroads means a point where you must make an important decision.
Yes, and maybe this moment is not the end of your story. Maybe it is the beginning of a clearer one.
That was very honest, Lamb.
I learned from a good teacher.
And I learned from a brave student. Before we finish, let's make it practical. This week, try 3 small things. 1, ask yourself what you truly value. 2, take one tiny action that matches that value. And 3, notice one small win and celebrate it quietly.
Celebrate how?
With a smile, with a deep breath, with kind words to yourself.
I can do that.
If today's conversation helped you even a little, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Tell us, what is one small step you will take this week?
Yes, we really want to hear from you because your story matters.
And remember our slogan here at Big Progress Channel,
Small words.
Big Progress.
See you in the next episode.
Keep learning, keep growing, and be kind to yourself.